What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Elliott Delp.
Sparky.
Back again like you never left. And today on Basement Operator, we're going to be doing another evil. This might be one of the most evil black rifles.
It's one of the OGs.
OGs, yes. We are going to be reviewing a PSA Freedom upper here. Now, this is one of the most bare bones upper receivers you can possibly buy. And it is paired with a lower parts kit from PSA and a Anderson lower receiver, but we're not going to mention that. So this rifle is set up to have a more traditional look. We've already done one on the channel a long time ago for a different company that will not be named. But today I wanted to hit one on the PSA. But before we talk about this rifle, kind of the history-ish behind it, a little bit about our opinions on it, there are some disclaimers that we would need to get out. First things first is how we source this rifle. So we do have a relationship with PSA. We actually have a very good working relationship with PSA, but they had nothing to do with this video.
This was our own dime.
There's the disclaimer for the rifle. We did buy all this stuff on our own, so there's no influence there really. Second thing second, Basement Operator. So if you want to find this build on exactly what's on this rifle, minute that it may be, you can find it over on our build page at basementoperator.com. So click the link in the description, takes you over to Basement Operator. There you can find all the great stuff, Sparky's guns, my guns, plate carriers, anything you want to know what we run, it's over there on the website. All right, and then also you can buy some pretty nasty merchandise there as well. Sunday Gun Day, little night owl action, don't go gentle on that good night. We're doing a lot of night vision stuff, so we have a lot of night vision themed merch at the moment. Next thing's next, and definitely not last important, Acelink. Acelink is the armor supporter here on the channel, so big thank you to Acelink. We've been running their plates for quite some time now, before we even had a relationship with them, actually. We really like the Acelink armor. We're really big fans of it, and you know, we're happy that they're supporting us here on the channel, so big thank you to Acelink if you want to find their stuff. There's also a big red link over at basementoperator.com/links. The biggest supporter of the channel, True Shot Gun Club. We gotta give a big shout out to True Shot Gun Club. They keep the freedom seeds flowing here on the channel. And
they make sure these make a lot of noise.
Yeah, they make sure these are well fed and are used. True Shot has a lot of awesome ammunition over there. If you want to check out True Shot Gun Club, you can go to basementoperator.com/links, and then they're the top link, so you can just click there. They have a ton of stuff. They really specialize in, I would think, like freedom training, like bulkish ammo. So big thank you to True Shot Gun Club. So let's dive right into this rifle. Let's talk a little bit about what it is, why you would want it, because this is a super dated system at this point.
Oh yeah.
So we'll go butt to tip. We'll start at this end.
It's gonna be quick.
It's gonna be really quick because there's not a lot of craziness to it.
Are you used to that?
Shut up. So this is an A2 stock, very traditional A2 stock. I hate the color of it.
It's black.
It's gray. It's one of my biggest complaints about that A2 stock is it's gray.
Boy, must be some kind of colorblind. That's awful.
Hunter, is that not gray?
It's got like a fin. It might be a little gray.
It's not black. It's not black like the uppers. Am I wrong? It's not. These are different colors.
It's a little bit.
Anyway, just a normal A2 stock. You have a position for a sling on the back, and then you have your butt pad that pops out, and you can put your cleaning kit there.
You don't need one of them.
No, I don't clean rifles anyway. It's very traditional. Working our way forward, this is a mil-spec kit from PSA. So we have a traditional A2 grip, normal trigger, normal safety, absolutely nothing crazy. It is the most run-of-the-mill lower parts kit. It comes in right at about $120, $130. Now, where this parts kit was shining is if you were wanting to do like a Mark 12 build, where you wanted a full stock. It's a great deal for something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you like the look of it, and I mean, 120 bucks is a great buy for a lower parts kit. And lower parts kits are just getting cheaper. I remember when they were like 150 bucks for the ones with the Magpul stuff, and now they're down to like 100 you can get for a lower parts kit.
The prices are starting to come
back down. And I mean, PSA makes a great little lower parts kits. I couldn't tell you how many times we've bought them. Their parts fit relatively well with most any lowers I've built.
Fit and finish pretty good for the money?
Yeah, fit and finish pretty good for the money. Most of it is Magpul stuff. They are starting to include some B5 stuff in there, which is really nice. So having the variety, but their stuff fits well with pretty much any lower. So we had talked about this as an Anderson lower receiver. Didn't have any issues building this thing.
No.
everything fit together perfectly. I've built PSA lowers, I've built Aero Precision lowers. They're the lower parts kit's working in about all of them. So it's just a standard lower parts kit. Mil-spec trigger, 7.5 to 8 pounds. Very traditional. Moving up to the upper receiver, it is just a normal upper receiver from PSA. There's nothing really insane about it, and then it's topped off with a Monstrum Tactical carry handle. It bolts on fine, it holds zero fine, it clicks. You know, you adjust it back here just like you do anything. Yeah, and you just set it and it's done. I mean, this stuff's hard to move. It's not being moved once you set it, so you just got to make sure you really torque down the.
It's pretty nice. I mean, for what it is, it's well made.
Yeah, this one actually came with a pick piece on the top. We unscrewed that. We didn't feel like running a red dot.
You don't want to put
a red dot
on top of that bad boy?
No, it's not. You know how high that thing would be? We'd be able to hold it like this. And,
you're supposed to tuck it under your arm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And when the weeds start moving,
the trees.
Yeah, they start singing.
The carry handle was from Monstrum Tactical, so big thank you to them. So now we get into the meats and bones of this rifle. Now this is the Freedom upper receiver. Basically, it is just a $300 20-inch rifle length gas system upper receiver from PSA. This is chambered in 5.56 NATO. It has a 1 in 7 twist rifle length gas system. A2 thingy right here. Why are words so hard, Sparky?
Front sight
gas block. Which if you ever want to change will be a pain in the ass, and I recommend just buying a new gun. And then the most
heat shield, baby.
Heat shield handguard, the OG.
Retro.
Oh yeah, and it has a nice little sling down there, and it's topped all off with a bird cage flash hider, the OG A2 bird cage flash hider. So I mean, this is a very retro-esque look, even though it is a more contemporary A4 type setup with the removable charging handle. This really is for somebody that is a little older or really likes the look.
Want to round out the collection.
Yeah, or really likes the look of it. Now, is it still useful and practical?
Yeah.
I mean, you could get the job done just fine with this. They use this thing forever.
I'd be scared
or this
to death.
Setup type.
I'd be scared to death if old Fogey came out the door with a bandolier 20-round mags and that thing.
Oh,
I'd be scared to death.
You'd be ducking.
I said, boy, he could probably shoot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done. I know, I like this setup. It's classic. Like I said, all my G.I. Joes as a kid, they all had this rifle.
Exactly.
So it's like, it tugs on the heartstrings a little bit.
And you know, the best part about this is we were able to put this whole thing together for like $500 and some odd once you got the Anderson lower. And I think that really says a lot. You can get a really nice rifle for $500. Now, is it able to be tacticaled out like everybody has?
But that's not the point of this, right?
That's not the point. The point is you can get it for $500 and you can have a really awesome rifle to take to the range. It's still practical for home defense. What I would do if I was to set this thing up as a more home defense rifle, I would mount a light to this handguard. You can get things that attach lights to handguards.
It's called electric tape.
Yeah, well, you could. You know how janky it would be if you electric taped the light to the front?
What's better than your Ranger bands on here?
That's fair. It would be for holding the light.
That's not the point of this. This is we want something that, Cold War-ish, not even a Cold War, but like I said, just something classy, retro-looking rifle that, this is like has more to do with history than anything.
Exactly.
Having
something.
The evolution of the Armalite Model 15, this is a step in that progression, in the evolution of it.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I'd buy it. It'd just be kind of cool to have, like, oh yeah, this is, back in whatever 1980, whatever. This is what they look like, or whatever year.
Yeah.
You want to throw in there, like.
Ever since the A1 all the way up to the A4, the style, like the back black look, there's little things that change, but the overall look of the rifle still is very similar to what it looked like way back when.
It's a step in evolution.
Yeah. And it's really a really awesome rifle. Now, what would be great is if we took this and we outfitted it to like putting a quad rail on it, like maybe a hand stop, maybe like an aim point or an OG ACOG or something like that. and ran it like a early 2000s AR-15, well, they would have been an M4 is how they would have had, is what it would have been for the military. But you could take this and you could do a lot of stuff with it. Put it in a drop-in quad rail would make it look awesome. And if you wanted to buy this for $500 and upgrade it to that, it would be very easy to do.
Sure. For me, this is just a conversation piece to go plink with.
Exactly. Maybe, you know, out on the 4th of July, range day with the buddies.
Yeah, you know, hear eagles screaming.
You got that thing out there.
Yeah,
and it's just cool.
Yeah,
it is cool. And I think that's the major selling point for the rifle and for the price point, that you can pick this thing up for like $500 and you get a fairly good rifle. Yeah. When we were running it, it shot basically like, you know,
what you expect.
What you'd expect. We have tons of PSA uppers at this point, and they all run really well. They all cycle fine. And PSA has a fantastic warranty. I've unfortunately had to contact PSA actually 2 or 3 times at this point about issues with rifles.
But they're quantity over quality, but the quality's on the up.
Yeah, the quality's on the up, but you got to think how many they put out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that really says something, you know, when you're dumping thousands and thousands and thousands of rifles out, there's going to be stuff that messes up, and unfortunately it happens. It's not an excuse, but you got to think in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. You know, but PSA always make sure that you're taken care of. And that's one of the reasons we like them. That's one of the reasons we support them. And we've been a supporter of them for forever, really. So we're big fans of their rifles. We think they do a great job. This one was an awesome little setup. It was a blast to run. We hope you guys enjoyed the B-roll of it. And we want to give a big thank you to True Shot Gun Club for supporting this video. We want to make sure you follow Sparky on the old Instagram. Follow me on the old Instagram. Make sure to buy some Basement Operator merch, and we'll see you guys on the next one. As always, take someone outdoors. Peace. Like I said, I've been itching here recently. I've been getting extra penicillin shots. All right, ready?
That's what I miss about nurses.
Were you filming?